guys, so today I'm going to be doing a book review on the Dollhouse Asylum by Mary Gray. I was sent this book for review about like 6 or 7 months ago and I never got around to it. But I read it last month just on a whim and I decided I should do an official review because that's why I was sent it. And just because I was sent it for review doesn't change how I grade it or how many stars I give it. It is as fair as any of the other books I read. So I just want to put that out there. And let's get started on the review.
So I'm going to read the back to you because it's better at explaining than I am, and then I'll give you my own little synopsis. So it says, when the world is breaking, all someone wants is safety. A virus that has once been contained has returned, and soon no place will be left untouched by its destruction. But when 18-year-old Cheyenne wakes up in Asylum Fields, I don't know, a subdivision cut off from the world and its monster-creating virus, she is thrilled to have a chance at survival. At first, I'm just going to call it Asylum Fields, even though I bet that's wrong. At first, Asylum Fields, with its beautiful house and manicured lawns, is perfect. Tio Richardson, the older man who stole Cheyenne's heart, built it so they could be together. But when Tio tells Cheyenne there are tests that she and 7 other couples must pass to be worthy of salvation, Cheyenne begins to question the perfection of his world. The people they were before are gone. Cheyenne is now whatever this name is. Apparently it's from like a classic book. I'll put the name right here. So that's her new name. It's not Cheyenne anymore. It's this name. And each couple has been renamed to reflect the most tragic romances ever told. Everyone is fighting to pass the test to remain in Asylum Fields. Tio dresses them up, tells them which way to move and how to act. And in order to pass the test, they must play along. If they play it right, then they'll be safe. If they play it wrong, they'll die.
So that is like the summary on the back. And I'm just going to add a few things to this. So 7 couples are here and she wakes up in this subdivision and she's confused at where she is. And she kind of finds out the backstory of the subdivision. Tio brought her here, and Tio's 24. It says he's like an older man, but he's 24, so he's not like old. Tio brings her here to protect her from the virus, and she finds out that there are 7 couples here, and they've all been renamed after like it says tragic romances. So like Romeo and Juliet and like things like that. And they all have to play the role of their characters, so they dress up as in like long gowns like back in the day and all that stuff, and they have to play out these like romances. And in order to be able to stay in this subdivision, they have to do what Tio says because Tio's in charge. And at first Cheyenne is very excited. She's like, oh, Tio brought me here, he loves me, we're gonna have this perfect little life. But then she kind of figures things out and it's not as good as it seems. So also in this book that it doesn't really talk about in the back is there's like a little love triangle between Tio, Cheyenne, and somebody else, which you'll figure out in the book if you read it. And it was good. Like, I'm happy with it, but it was kind of like forced. I don't know if that's the right word, but it was kind of like out of the blue. Like, it doesn't tell you about it on the back. You weren't really expecting that to happen. So I liked it, but some people might not like that part of the book. So, yeah, their little love triangle was okay. I would have liked a little bit more backstory on all of it, but it was an okay love triangle. Now, one thing that I love about this book is it is a completely different concept of what I've ever read or even heard of. It is so interesting, and it will keep you engaged through the whole book. Like, you won't want to put it down because it's so interesting. You're like, what is happening? What will happen next? Like, that's one thing that I absolutely love about this book. Now, one thing I don't really like about the book is it's kind of like you can't really fall in love with the characters because they're not that well developed. Like Cheyenne, like I don't feel any connection with her at all. And at the beginning, she was kind of a little naive, and it was kind of annoying. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you thinking? You're acting stupid. And that kind of threw me off. So the rest of the story, I kind of had that in the back of my mind. Like, she's not the smartest person, so I don't really like her at all. Which is kind of bad. But, yeah, so the character development was not that good. And I wish that I would have got to know the characters a little more and their backstories a little bit more. But all in all, it was very entertaining. And I think I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. It will keep you engaged, but the story is not written as I would like it have been. I feel like it could have been more well developed. I feel like it should have been a series. Like, this should have been split up into like 2 or 3 books and then explained in more detail if that makes any sense. But overall, I did like the book. I do recommend it. It did come out already. I'll put the release date right here. And I want to thank the publishers and author, or whoever sent it to me, for sending it to me. Sorry if my summary was really bad. I'll put the link to the Goodreads down below, and also the book depository where you can buy it if you want to give it a try. So thanks for watching, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.